Morning. It is the 15th of June, 6:24 a.m. in the morning. Look, I looked rugged up. It's not that cold, but it's cold for us here in town. So I've heard it's getting quite cold down in Brisbane, and it gets cold here too. So I look a little maybe over rugged up, but it's necessary, I think. So, yeah, I'll read out this poem. The title sounds pretty intense, so we will see how we go. Deciding to end your life, you thank me, by Molly Peacock. I think I've read a poem from Molly before. It just sounds familiar, the name. But yeah, we'll go into it. Deciding to end your life, you thank me. When you looked up and said thank you, I saw your gratitude rise over us like rain. It seemed external to us both, and awe of what we were about to do. A sane alternative to modern agony. The dryness between us had been like climate, like desiccation, like chapped lips, only chapped everything. You stopped being a mate. Stopped thanking. I'd begun drying up rough as a towel in the wind. So your thank you was rain. It swept through like a front. One thanks enough to drench everything. It was pouring. Plain moisture plumping cells from without and within. I stood getting soaked in a rapid bloom, knowing you knew the wasteland we'd been in, and from this, we'd make your desert green. Okay. It kind of feels like, I guess, when people say gratitude changes your perspective. Like when, I don't know, in what instance these two were. I believe there's a little section here that says Molly was a maid. Well, it sounds like she was a maid. But, yeah, once they said thank you, everything changed. Everything was dry, and with the thanks came rain and swept through everything that was drenched. It was pouring. True. Especially after reading that book and a lot of last week, I found all the things that I complained about or wanted to complain about didn't have that sort of importance or as much importance as I placed it on. And it was just because I changed my perspective on it. Even now, like, and I felt like a release when I realized it didn't have as much importance anymore. I wasn't as affected by it as I thought I was going to be. And I think maybe that's the power of gratitude. The thank yous. So that's what I have to do today. It seems to be more fucking present, more grateful for all the things that I do have, to change my perspective. Yeah. If anybody has any thoughts, yeah, feel free to let me know. But the poem, I don't know what deciding to end your life, you thanked me. Maybe like, look, maybe it was more or less for people who are thinking about taking their life. And once they maybe, look, I don't know anybody that has taken their life. Or who have attempted to take their life. I don't know what it's like to talk to them, but maybe that's where this poet is coming from. Molly, saying that, everything seems a bit bare and dire when you, in those, when people are faced with depression and see that there's no other alternative out but to take their life, and it's only when they, realized how blessed they are, it they would find some relief. I don't know. Maybe that's where she's coming from. But okay. Throw my hands up. Deuces. I'll see you guys tomorrow.